All right. Kind of was letting too much stuff go on another special circumstances situation, but I caught one of the most important things. So there's a conundrum that I've been in for a while, and it is a basic game structure prevention of sound logic. And this structure is very simple. It's why, and I may not be the only one experiencing this. Why, even though I believe in everything I'm saying, and it logically makes sense when fully expressed in a chamber that is actually willing to cooperate and listen, and just once we get past all the questioning. It makes sense regardless why around certain individuals it feels like it's not real anymore. Following the consistency of logical betting, and if you're new to the channel or you're new to me, and I don't know why you would be at this point, logical betting is pretty much in a condition of conflict when two people bet conflicting logical structures against one another, acted out as their words, their behaviors, and the fight. Whoever is logically correct is who will win that fight and who will lose, and whatever area they were fighting in will go to the winner, pretty much. And it's not like a physical area. It's like whatever like that area of like being able to move around without restriction, right? And so that's logical betting. And so here's the thing: in this position where I believe in everything I'm saying is completely real, and there are things that I haven't been able to really say yet because some people can't even understand it. There are people who not only can they not understand it, it is not their fault that they can't understand it, because there are certain things that they don't know how to comprehend or trust at the level that they're acting and thinking. And because if this structure became hard and unconcerning towards these individuals while they were still acting on their ideas and logical behaviors, it would actually kill them in the bet massing. Meaning, if this structure became hard because it knew it was right and didn't care what anybody had to say about it, guys like this who didn't know that they were wrong would bet against it with too much confidence, and it would kill them as a result. They would end up hurting themselves. They would end up being corrected so hard that they died or got injured very severely. And so the best way to compensate for this was a logical approach. The goal is cooperation. These people need time to understand. And so this sort of fluidness, this malleability in which it feels like for some reason everything that you believe in or everything that you said suddenly isn't true anymore, is really just you choosing a path of softness that allows for the person who is acting in this non-collisive, discooperative way to actually learn that structure before they act on it. And so in the moment, what's really happening is you're softening yourself to prevent people from getting hurt. Well, I'm talking to myself here, but I'm softening myself to prevent people from getting hurt, and to also understand what it is they're acting on and what logical structures they think the environment is, and why they choose non-collisive, disorganized, discooperative paths, and why they think organization means not doing whatever they want. You know, because when we get organized enough, we can do whatever we want because things are organized enough to allow it. But that's what happens. So what happens is these people, because it's not their fault and because they would hurt themselves, they get momentarily area to move, area to act, even though there's more sound and logical structure than theirs, because if this sound and logical structure hardened without concern for them, they would act in a way that would eventually kill or harm them. So this time in which the more logical structure, the more cooperative structure is fluid, is softer, is somewhat, even though it still makes sense, hard to believe or hard to trust, it's actually softening up so that the person who is being given the more hardened space can actually have time to understand and learn this cooperative, non-collisive structure, behavior, and just all these things that make existence possible, and get it back to the point of everyone being able to do what they want over time. Because once again, if they didn't, like let's say, all right, I'm going to draw this here. It's like this. It's literally like this. Like I'm right about everything. That's obvious. Like at this point, if you're following me in my story, I'm right about everything. That's just a fact, right? If I didn't care And I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm right. If you can bet on your life, right? Bet on your life, right? If you did that and you bet on your life while I was right, and I didn't care. I didn't care if you died. I didn't care if you bet your child's life on it. I didn't care about that. Then that's what would happen. It would just be like, nah, that's what this is regardless of what you think. And some of you were moving so hard that it would be death. Boom, just death. That's all it would be. So, that's what's been going on. In shared reality, it is believed that in order for life to be truly cooperative, that even if someone is more right than somebody else, reality will adopt the structure of who is wrong under the conditions that that person does not know that they are wrong, in order to protect that person from being harmed against betting against a harder, more sound, more logical structure than theirs without being aware of it. And so, when reality could be this, and obviously is this regardless, it will, in that shared reality, in that shared moment, appear to be more leaning towards the illogical structure that needs to be corrected. Yeah, so that's what's been going on. Obviously, I'm getting to a point where I feel like following some of the rules here, I'm tired of doing this. But I figured out all the exploits that were causing it. Because once again, what these guys would do is the Edowabe exploit, right? Which is, so long as I don't know better, I can't get hurt for it. And then they would just never listen. And they would always cut it off. And they would ask too many questions so that they could never learn. And what that did was it actually gave us the excuse to start hardening structure on them until they got hurt. Whenever being softer and more fluid with them didn't work because they were taking advantage of it. Oh, y'all aren't actually gonna do anything, right? It meant that it was time for these structures to become harder and start hurting these people so that they could learn. And so that's where we are now. I'm tired. I am exhausted. I've caught everything, and so anybody that's still going just truly believes that if they question the environment so much that it'll fall apart and they can just rape it while it's not moving. And so those people, they need to go. Those people, they do need to get hurt. They need to die off. Do not argue with me here. I'm not going to be wrong. Okay. So yeah, that's why even though I make 100% sense around certain individuals, it feels like what they're thinking is what's happening harder because they're moving on it harder and the environment is trying not to kill them. So it softens me to prevent them from hurting themselves and gives them an opportunity to learn it. Now I'm hoping, well, no, I know how to solve this. So it would be it's more like this now, where I still see the structure regardless of whether a person understands it or not. And then those moments where, my ability to kind of read everyone's mind, I'm like, bro, what is this preventing you from understanding? What is this preventing you from understanding? I literally see it from your point of view. What is it preventing you from understanding? This and that, all right? I still know that it's real, but know that if you don't know that it's real, then it'll cause a bunch of disturbances in shared perception. Boom. I corrected everything. My finger. Okay, I'm good. So yeah. No, bro, I'm mad about that. Okay, I'm good. I'm mad about that. I'm upset about that. All right, I'm good now. I'm good, dude. All right, dude. All right. But yeah, that's what was happening for a long time. People who were right were forced to let go because if they kill people who were wrong, it would violate a structure of forgiveness that was necessary for life to be possible in the first place. We had to figure out how these guys were getting around knowing everything, understand the strategy of questioning they were using, and then help the ones that were willing to learn, and then let the ones that were not willing to learn face their death so that they could go to whatever hell they needed to start paying attention again. So yeah, thank you for watching.